Alright, so I'm looking at your file. First thing that needs to be corrected is just the organization of the project. This here, where you have duplicates of the entire scene. I don't understand why this is here. So that's the first thing. Things like this, it really confuses me because this is not my file and I have no idea what was done in the process. So yeah, this is not good. I had several students do this and I deducted points for this. Also in here too, yeah, this stuff needs to be cleared out and cleaned up. And I deducted points for that as well. And at the same time, having display layers for the sky dome, because it's hard to navigate when I'm having to click through everything. You know, it just makes my job that much harder when I said not to do this, or I said to have everything organized. I'm gonna just hide it for now. Yeah, so I don't even know whether to delete this or not. Man. So those things, then. Alright, let's get down to this part. And so this is what I mean. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. Wait, so what is what? Wait, so what is this? Wait. So this is really frustrating. Alright, so whatever. Alright, so over here, so this is okay. That I like that. But when it slams right here, you know, the ball needs to react to the hammers dropping down. And right now it just goes forward. Right there. That part, you know, I reduced points a good amount as well because of the fact that there needs to be some kind of reaction, you know. And that will also show signs of animation, you know, tools and tricks and tips being applied from all the tutorials that I made. Right there, and it just goes forward. So it's just very robotic, where it's to make animation unique in its own way. It needs to have a thinking process. That was good. I see this reaction, but I notice here the rolling part could maybe roll a little bit more. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. And then it should kind of, when it rolls, right when it stops and it reacts, right here, it should squash. It needs to squash. But in order for it to squash, the rotation, like I said, it needs to roll some more. The rotation needs to be like something around here, or at least, yeah, right around here. Because that way, the reason why it needs to rotate more is, I'm gonna change this back to local. Control Shift right click, object mode, meaning it's gonna push and pull depending on the object's rotation. Control Shift right click. See? Even right there, when I added more spin, right there, see? And then now over here it needs to have frames to show it squashing, because it needs to squash in order to do this you know, backwards hop and rotation. It needs to have a squash. That squash is what I taught in all the tutorials, but it's that in itself is not here. Even the reaction, it should overshoot, meaning it should roll forward and then, you know, roll back and then squash. Right. It should, it's reacting, and then, so when it reacts, it needs to do either first hop maybe one time backward, or it needs to squash or do something along those lines, whether it be a small hop that goes into a bigger hop, or at the very least it needs to squash, because it abruptly stops, right? But then when it abruptly stops here, 1, 2, it just flies off. So when it stops here, it needs more frames, right? All these frames for all the controllers, they need to be pushed out further to make room over here, right? For it to kind of overshoot and then like abruptly overshoot, because it's trying to push on the brakes, right? It needs to overshoot from here, going forward, come back, overshoot forward really quickly, and then come back, and then maybe stall for 2 frames and then do a squash and then fly backwards. That's what needs to be done right there. And we're at the very least have a squash, but to go above and beyond and to apply everything that I taught, it needs to overshoot, right? Not just fly off. It needs to overshoot and pull back and then squash and then jump back. That's what needs to be done for that. And I said this for all the other students. And then so it jumps back, right? But when it jumps back, it needs to recoup itself, meaning it needs to regain all its energy, you know, and to set up for a next push. Because having it just jump back, right, it goes, reacts, jumps back, and then all of a sudden blasts forward. But it needs to instead jump back, kind of regain itself, its composure or whatever, which will give the opportunity to build up an anticipation, meaning that it will push back and then anticipation, and then it's going to fly forward, because that will give it the driving force to fly forward. But instead it's just going one moment after another moment to another. So that's one of the main reasons why the points got deducted heavily, and also the fact that everything else, well, no, I take that back. I didn't even see the file. Right. I didn't even see the file in the first place. That dramatically reduced the points, and the fact that the exercises were heavily the ball animation exercise, there was a lot of issues, a lot of technical issues that uh, I don't know what happened to the file. Like somehow during the learning process, you had broken the rig and stuff. That severely hurt the project grade. Yeah. And then this here, now I'm looking at it now. I gotta be honest, it was justified because all the leftover stuff, this stuff over here, um, I mean, I do see good things like this. You know, I do see good things like this introduction, but then no reaction to the dropping of the hammer. You know, this part here, the squashing, and then right there, this is too fast. Whatever's happening is too fast, and when it stops, right, it should stop at least over here. You know, or it should stop here or stop here, and then it overshoots and then pulls back, which is again would be showing that you are applying what I was teaching in all the video tutorials, but that's not in here. So that part needs to be here. The timing on this part needs to be corrected too, because it's just everything's happening so fast and stopping and going. There needs to be some lulls. Right. No, this part too. Something's off here. What the? Alright, I don't have much time. You're... Whoa. Wait. Oh, also, there's no breaking of tangents. No tangents broken. Maybe here, maybe this is not even technically a breaking of tangents. It's just making it not broken, but you know, angled out like this. I taught you guys to break tangents. There's no breaking tangents. No breaking tangents. No breaking tangents. No breaking tangents. Even with the squashes, there could be some form of breaking tangents to show rapid acceleration or rapid deceleration of the up and down. Then in here, the graph editor, oh come on, give me a break. The spin all for rotation, it needs some cleanup work to make the curve graph editor cleaner. I've mentioned many times not to do copy and paste, Control C, Control V, right? Not to do this, where it says pasted. Whenever it says pasted, I already know that the students had copy and pasted it. It's not just you, but several other students as well. Yeah, it just makes a mess. It makes unnecessary groupings and all of that. I mean, this is its own group, right? But it says pasted. I don't know. So fix all of those up. For sure, clean up the graph editor and apply the strategies and techniques I showed for the graph editor curves. Clean them up, break the tangents. Make sure to put in, like I mentioned, the overshoots, the squashes. Break up the timing and apply what I taught about moving holds, right? So that the main issue, not the main, but one of the main issues where it goes from one action to another action. There's no stopping or lulls or moving holds to kind of either build up anticipation or to break up the timing. Everything just goes go 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 and stuff. Yeah. There's some penetration going on. That should be corrected as well. Yeah, this is not good. That needs to be worked on. Also, the spin all, there is a up and down, left and right movement when there shouldn't be. It only should have rotation. So that part needs to be cleared out. The spin all. See, because it influences up and down, left and right, the spin all, which might be causing this. Yeah. I would also experiment with breaking tangents for the squash and stretch. It'll help to show a lot of rapid squashing, rapid stretching. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So do work on it, resubmit it to get a higher grade. Even with this being submitted, it's only going to increase by, I don't know, I gotta think about it, certain amount of percentage points, maybe 5. I gotta think it through. Yeah. So I'm gonna update the grade, and then you choose whether you choose to do so or not to make these changes, and then if you do, I'll take a look at it, and if everything is applied, your grade will increase dramatically. But I have to be informed if you're going to make these changes. That way I can get a heads up about it, and to let me know that when you do make those changes, to give me an email saying I updated my file, it's so and so here and here, and that I can get a heads up when you do resubmit it. That way at least I'll know that it's out there, because if not, there's no way I'll know. You know what I mean? Alright, so that's the end of that critique. Okay, bye.